Oh Cristo. Sei una merda, di una palla di merda. Non rimbalzare così tanto. Cristo, che palla di merda! No! No! No, rifare tutto, no, porco due! Che due coglioni! Madonna! E vaffanculo! Rimbalza troppo! O tiri troppo debole, se col pelo forte rimbalza dopo.
Please stand by for next transmission in 30 seconds.
Cazzo devi fare?
Please stand by for next transmission in 20 seconds.
Frega cazzo.
In 15 seconds.
Sì.
In 10 seconds. In 5 seconds. In 1 second.
Radio nostalgia from Mars.
Yate, all you Martians out there, welcome to another edition of Radio Nostalgia from
Fermati.
Mars. Plenty of great stuff coming your way onto Soul Show. You know, a bit of that old Terran flavor. Some more stories from our beloved callers. And news and views from around our base out here among the stars.
Va troppo veloce in sto campo di merda!
Like I said, your tight beam to Radio Nostalgia from Mars. Breathe easy, kick back, and reminisce.
Oh madonna. Cristo. Te li fanno proprio bestemmiare sti video. Torre di Babele. Era il pilota della missione Marte durante la grande catastrofe. Ma vaffanculo,
With the club classic Proto 2021, a long-lost Earth Day anthem recently discovered in the archives here on Mars. That should take most of us back to the days when Mars was nothing but an evening star in the sky, and large social gatherings were still normal and carefree. Speaking of carefree, look out for 3 new OMAS flavors, pink, green and yellow.
Vaffanculo, non vado più, non cerco più Anderson. O va su o va su.
Right, moving on. As always, we've collected some stories from our beloved callers, and up first is a young man who might just be the luckiest one of us all.
События, воспоминания, старые добрые времена, оригинальные источники,
No,
подлинные
sono
истории,
obbligato a cercare di
надежда,
andare su.
вдохновение, драма, радионостальгия с Марса.
I nearly missed the
Perfetto.
book to Mars. I mean, the rumours about something big happening in Alphaville have been floating for a few years, and of course it was impossible to separate fact from fiction. At that time, I barely made it through insurgent territory to this floating ghetto about an hour away from Alphaville by motorboat. I won't go into detail, but the crew I ran with bribed an outpost guard to go have a really long piss, where we used
Che
his
porte
comms
di
to access their
merda.
intranet. Their information turned out just as distorted as ours, but we found one channel that changed everything. Some bright spark in Alphaville had made color-coded spreadsheets of shipping data a monkey could understand. Imports into Alphaville were off the charts, while exports had zeroed out completely. I mean, nothing was coming out, even on the black market, which incidentally was fully accounted for, meaning it had to be sanctioned all along. So we knew something was up. Of course Alphaville media spun this situation heavily. The insurgents were blamed for everything, disrupting supply lines, stealing aid and so on.
Madonna, ma ste
It was
porte di
really
merda.
stockpiling on a scale unseen in modern history. What tipped us off that they were planning to leave Earth is what they were stockpiling. Fuel, fuel, fuel. Specifically, dinitrogen tetroxide and hydrazine. Old school. But they're chemicals used as rocket fuel. They're easy to store, but they're highly toxic and require careful handling, which explained another gruesome discovery: the covert shipping and dumping of bodies. A lot of bodies. There were so many that some of those bodies had started washing up in our neighbourhood, so toxic even scavengers stayed away. Coincidentally, it suddenly became much easier to get a multi-day work pass into Alphaville. We were so hungry and focused on other resources, we didn't make the connection. We assumed the workers were skipping on the visa. In fact, I was planning to do the exact same thing. So actually, I lucked out. I'm a small guy, and Alphaville was so strapped for labour at that point that I was
Okay.
given an unscreened pass. and ended up in heavy labour, moving enormous containers into storage with mechanical suits. But it didn't fit them, so I was just given a scanner instead and told to scan serial numbers all day. It was very hard to breathe, so I traded for a spare
Adesso mi tocca
hazmat suit
tornare.
from a drunk guard
Madonna.
and put it on. Not unusual at all to hang out all day in a hazy.
Cagoni
Technically,
a
just
sto
walking
gioco.
outside required one those days. That's what saved me, twice. Whew. I mean, hindsight is 20/20, but those containers were the rocket fuel, and in no way was it being stored and transported safely. All those guys died, withered to skin and bone. Nasty stuff. Again, it was all hidden in plain sight.
Porca
Hell, we were all
puttana.
skin and bone at that point. We just assumed everyone was starving. I only got onto one of the last ships up to Mars because I was in a hazmat suit and holding that scanner, which I think had stopped working within the first days of my assignment. I never told anyone, and no one ever asked. I guess I was confused with security or something. All I remember is being yelled at, rushed into a shuttle, and then everyone patting me on the back and calling me Scully. The name embedded in the biometrics of the suit. I never saw my crew
Ma porco
or the sky
due.
again.
Oh.
Radio nostalgia from Mars. Wow, what amazing luck to be in the right suit at the right time. Just goes to show, dressing appropriately for the job can really go a long way. Speaking of dressing appropriately, here's a Mars fun fact. Despite an average temperature of well below minus 80
Madonna.
degrees centigrade, if you step outside without a suit on, you won't freeze to death to a baby. That's due to the low atmospheric pressure outside. So please maintain your suits properly and follow
Atlante,
decontamination
distrutto.
protocols strictly at all times when
Odiava
returning
la
from
sua nuova
extrahabitat
vita.
activities.
Sul pianeta rosso si sentiva solo.
No suit, no life, as we say.
Radio nostalgia from Mars.
Right. How about a 21st century love song remixed for the 22nd? Who's watching who? Espionage or true love? I guess we'll never really be quite sure.
Oh, madonna.
You are Stasi, I'm your KGB. Forever your best words mine will be. I watch you as you're watching me. Play for the camera.
Cosa cazzo è il mento di merda?
As I spy on you. That's how we know our love is true. I'm the CIA, you're my MI6. You check my Facebook page, you check your messages. Orgasm as the world enters catastrophe. Through voyeuristic melancholy. You spy on me as I spy on you. That's how we know our love is true. They say that love is blind. That only the agency can
Porca la
see.
madonna.
No place for us to hide. No room for love to
No.
be.
Porca madonna. Cerco